We begin this evening with breaking news. A wildfire burning in Douglas County that forced evacuations has now been contained. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says it's on Bears Den Drive near Highway 67. They say crews were able to contain this fire to just a single acre. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. I'm Mark Salinger.
I'm Jennifer Meckles. Evacuations were in place in that area. They have since been lifted. 9 News reporter Rachel Krause is live on scene tonight. Sounds like this is all being wrapped up very quickly. Crews got to work very fast and were able to stop the fire from getting any bigger.
Yeah, Jenny and Mark, crews were called out to a fast-moving wildfire here along Bears Den Drive just outside of Sedalia about an hour or so ago. And according to the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, about 4 homes were evacuated as crews worked to get that fire under control as quickly as they could. A gated community here into the area made things a little bit tricky at times. We got here just in front of a brush fire truck who had to wait for code to be able to get in. But a few minutes later, they were able to get in and access the area. The Sheriff's Office tells us that progress has been stopped. The fire has stopped at 1 acre. Folks in the area are able to get back home. We are getting an update right now from the Sheriff's Department.
Had here a little while ago in the Bears Den neighborhood, just before 8 o'clock tonight, we had a fast-moving brush fire reported near some homes in this neighborhood on Bears Den Drive. It came dangerously close to at least 1 home. We had 4 homes that had to be evacuated, and we had multiple agencies respond to include West Metro and West Douglas Fire, Jackson 105 Fire District, as well as the Office of Emergency Management from Douglas County and the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and also Castle Rock PD. With all of those agencies, they made extremely fast progress, and they have now stopped the forward progress of this fire. So they have a good handle on the fire right now. We understand that it burned about 1 acre. It was burning in some heavy scrub oak and brush as well as grass. And again, it came dangerously close to at least 1 home. Those 4 homes that were evacuated, the evacuation order has been lifted, and those families are now able to return home. And that is the update now. Do we have any questions?
When you say dangerously close, was any, part of the house burned or anything like that?
We did not have.
So that was the latest information coming from the Douglas County Sheriff's Office there of a fire that started near Sedalia, now completely contained as firefighters were quick to contain that fire to just 1 acre. Some very good news there, as we heard from the Sheriff's Office, that the fire was extremely close to some homes. Now that fire close also to where another brush fire sparked just earlier this month, just about 2 weeks ago. The airport fire burned 130 acres near the town of Leviers earlier this month. No buildings were damaged and nobody was hurt. Officials believe that that fire was sparked by a passing train. Now, obviously, it's been a hot and dry summer season here in Colorado, and in southwest Colorado, there are now 2 new fires that are burning that forced evacuations. Officials say the Elkhorn fire and the Rim Road fire were started last night in La Plata County. The Elkhorn fire is about 145 acres, burning about 13 miles north of Durango. It started as a structure fire before it spread into the San Juan National Forest. Still no containment on that fire. There's no reported size or containment for the Rim Road fire either. Officials say that one is burning in the Southern Ute Indian Reservation. Now, we know that the western half of the state has been the center of all these fires that have erupted over the past couple months. Here's the latest on some of those fires that are currently burning. The South Rim fire, burning in Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, has burned more than 4,000 acres and is now 41% contained. The Sow Belly fire has burned more than 2,200 acres across 3 counties. That's almost fully contained now. And the Turner Gulch fire has burned more than 19,000 acres in Mesa County. That's now up to 54% contained.
Our forecast today brought the worst kind of ingredients for fire danger: dry and gusty. You're looking live over Denver tonight at the end of another hot day. And while that fire down in Douglas County really wasn't a big one, this is the kind of time of year you don't want to see anything get any bigger, right? Like, people are moving fast because the conditions are terrible. Meteorologist Jaden Knowles joins us now with the latest on the forecast.
Well, that's right, Jenny and Mark. Good evening to you guys. And that's luckily we weren't seeing the gusty conditions during that fire. I believe gusts were close to 12 miles per hour. So nothing too crazy, but towards the western slope, they are expecting gusty conditions the next couple of days due to that high pressure system. But overall, temperature wise for this evening, nice and comfortable. I mean, still pretty warm, the low to mid 80s, and also also the upper 70s at the airport currently. So far, looking at temperatures across the entire state, the upper 70s towards the eastern plains, and then 70s and 60s towards the high country, the upper 70s towards the western slope. Live radar, not much going on out there. We did see a couple of isolated showers in the high country and also towards the foothills, but overall, I don't have a lot of rain in my forecast for the rest of the evening. Here's your temperatures as we are starting to go to sleep and waking up in the morning. We'll be into the low 70s, the upper 60s by 5 a.m. So as we head into the next couple of days, really tomorrow, this is exactly what we're going to do. Let's buy a vowel. Turn on your air conditioners because it is going to be even hotter as we head into tomorrow. We'll talk about what to expect starting the week and maybe some more rain chances on the way. I have all that in my full forecast.
Jaden, thank you. Colorado Parks and Wildlife says a teenager was taken to the hospital today after they got hit by a boat on Cherry Creek Reservoir. The call came in around 6 o'clock tonight. CPW says the teenager was on a two-person watercraft in the water when he got hit. They say he was conscious and breathing when transported to the hospital. Central Texas is still recovering nearly a month after floods ravaged that region on the 4th of July weekend. Intense rainfall caused the Guadalupe River to surge by more than 20 feet in less than 2 hours. At least 136 people died. Hundreds were originally reported missing, but thanks to the help of first responders and volunteers, that number did go down significantly. And some of those first responders who jumped in to help came from Colorado. Members of Colorado Task Force 1 spent the last few weeks in Texas working on search and recovery efforts. 9 News reporter Janelle Finch caught up with them as they returned home earlier today.
Thank you.
Hanging up gear and returning equipment.
You got it.
The job for Colorado Task Force 1 is almost done.
Welcome home.
After weeks on the road in Texas, the team is back.
It's good to be home.
Steve Azeltine is a task force leader. He says the deployment was challenging, but the team came together to help a community in need.
I appreciate everything that they did.
Azeltine was supported by fellow lead Brandon Garcia.
Yes.
Garcia says most days, first responders were up at 4 a.m.
We were given sections of river, and obviously was to search for the victims and to identify any hazards.
He says he's proud of his team, but the return is bittersweet, knowing they couldn't find everyone.
And as great a job in everything that we did and the purpose that we went with, it's a double-edged sword for each and every one of us because we wanted to accomplish and be able to find every last person.
Azeltine and Garcia say each member of the task force was invested in the mission, and each person was equipped with the tools they needed. But some things had to be left in Colorado.
For all the members on the team, all of those people rely on their families in order to be able to conduct these missions and go away on these trips.
Greg, you have family.
Coming home is coming back to the loved ones who have been waiting weeks for this.
Hug my family, dearly missed, but they're also the motivation because I know for every one of our responders.
Now, the job is done.
That was Janelle Finch reporting. The challenges for the team didn't come just from the daily demands, but also with being so up close to tragedy. On their return to Colorado, members stopped at the Texas Flood Memorial Wall. They say that was a moment of reflection and really the beginning of their healing process.
Today in Denver, police identified an additional victim in last night's shooting in Lodo. We now know that 4 people were injured. Police first posted about the shooting about 12:15 a.m. It happened at 20th and Market, just a few blocks away from Coors Field. Police said 3 people were injured, and this afternoon they identified a 4th person. Police say 1 victim is in critical condition. The other 3 have non-life-threatening injuries. There's still no information about how the shooting happened or a possible suspect.
It was a scary situation for passengers on board an American Airlines flight yesterday. They were supposed to take off from DIA and head to Miami, but the flight got aborted because of a maintenance issue. Passenger video shows what looks like a tire coming off, rolling there off into the grass, and passengers tell us they could smell burning rubber. Emergency slides were deployed so the passengers could get off that plane quickly. American Airlines says 1 passenger went to the hospital with a minor injury. Now, the FAA says they are investigating this incident. It is the now 2nd incident at DIA involving American Airlines this year. And now more people have joined a lawsuit against the airline. This happened after one of their planes caught fire at DIA back in March. That plane was heading to Dallas from Colorado Springs when it was diverted to Denver due to engine issues. And after it landed, the right engine caught fire. Everyone had to evacuate. The lawsuit alleges negligence from the airline, accusing them of not following their emergency protocols. American Airlines has yet to comment about that lawsuit.